Hey folks, I'm Brendan, and you're watching the Overqualified Henchman. Today I've got the second part of my review for LEGO's Mighty Micros featuring Marvel's distinguished competition. That's right, it's the LEGO DC Superheroes Mighty Micros. The DC Mighty Micros share the same concept as their Marvel counterparts. About 80 to 90 pieces split between two vehicles, with one hero and one villain. One key difference, as the packaging is quick to point out, is that the DC Mighty Micros have an accompanying mobile game. It's a pretty basic kart racer that looks a little like an intern did it on their lunch break, but hey, ya gotta have an app. Just like with the Marvel Mighty Micros, the parts are all mixed up between two bags, but each vehicle does get its own separate set of instructions. Na-na-na-na-na-na-na, Batmobile! As the only character here who actually has a signature vehicle, the Batmobile's an obvious choice for Batman, and maybe that's why it's a little underwhelming. Between all the Batcopters, Bat-subs, and neon-talking Super Street Bat-luges, this feels a little on the nose. Catwoman's Kitty Coupe, on the other paw, is just a whisker shy of being perfect. The tail and eyes are goofy and fun, and the milk carton's a cute touch. But the build is so similar to the Batmobile that this set lacks a lot of the variety that makes the other Mighty Micros more interesting. Moving on to the Boy Wonder, you may start to see part of the problem with the DC Mighty Micros, because this is yet another by-the-numbers car. Obviously, a lot more love was given to the minifigure in this case. His bright colors translate really well into this style, and that chunky grappling hook is excellent. Now we're talking! While you merely adopted interesting vehicle design, Bane was born to it. LEGO loves putting Bane on a drill tank, and this is exactly the kind of wacky fun I'm here for. And we're right back to that same car design again. Still, I do really like the use of those chunky lightning swords as speed lines behind the car. The giant eyes the Mighty Micros aesthetic gives Flash are super cute, and right now this is the only way to get any kind of Flash minifigure without hitting up eBay. I never thought I'd say this, but Captain Cold is the most interesting character here. I kid, the Central City Rogues are great, and I love that the TV series is raising their profile. So much so that this is the second LEGO set with Captain Cold in it, and this one has him driving a weaponized Zamboni. I mean, what a time to be alive, right? In the first part of the review, I talked a little bit about the Mighty Micros versus the Star Wars Micro Fighters. So this time, let's focus a little more on the DC Mighty Micros versus the Marvel Mighty Micros. Overall, I'm gonna have to give the edge to Marvel here for two main reasons. The first has to do with the minifigures. Characters like Hulk, Red Skull, Green Goblin really lend themselves to that big mouth caricature style here. By comparison, the DC figures still totally work, but they come off as a little more subdued. The second reason has to do with the vehicles. With the very notable exception of Captain Cold's Zamboni, the DC designs are playing it a little safer. Of the 6 vehicles, 4 of them are pretty standard race cars with spoilers. They're still different enough to make the builds interesting, but compared to Marvel's assortment of tanks, helicopters, and giant mechanical spiders, they feel a little less imaginative. Part of me wonders if that doesn't have something to do with the limitations of that tie-in app, but who knows. I don't want to sound like I'm coming down on these guys though, they're still a ton of fun. I'm looking forward to seeing more characters round out the lineup, with Wonder Woman and Superman being the obvious inclusions. Let me know in the comments who you'd like to see included, and thanks for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, and share, and most importantly, keep on henching. We're just not going to address why the Flash needs a car, huh? Okay.